Hello, my friends, and welcome back for another ASMR Reiki and massage session. I already have you laying on the treatment table. I've got you under a nice, cozy green blanket. It's started to get much colder in Tennessee. We actually had our first snow this week. So I picked a blanket a little bit heavier to keep you warm and cozy. It had a few little white fuzzies on it. I would lint roll the blanket before we get started. Plus, I find that the physical sensation from the roller is actually quite nice and relaxing. So, for tonight's session, I thought we could focus in on a very grounding session. The holidays are coming up, and this can be a very stressful time for so many of us. And that can cause anxiety and sort of this holiday overwhelm to happen. So I thought creating a grounding session that you can use tonight or coming up in the next couple of months before you go out to events or family gatherings or whatever, you can come back to this session to help ground you and relax you before you get out into the holiday chaos. So does that sound okay? All right, great. So we'll start by setting an intention. We'll be using a lot of elements from the earth, rocks, flowers, wood. And so I picked this fun little flower, or excuse me, it's not a flower, little plant candle that I thought would be fun to use to set our intention. And we'll just grab a match. With this candle, we will set our intention. So just have a look at this candle, this little ball of energy, perfect little flame. And with this candle, we will set an intention to ground our physical body and our energy this evening, helping to relieve any stress or anxiety that we may be feeling due to the holiday season or anything else that might be going on in our lives. Grounding ourselves so that we feel safe, steady, and secure as we move through this season of life. I have a little anxious puppy trotting around the room. She's not a puppy, she's 15, but she's being... She doesn't want to lay down. Maybe this session will help her. So we're going to warm your aura with this intention, allowing it to begin to infuse into your energy. This grounding energy, this calm energy, this stable, balanced energy. Infusing that in. We'll set this over here. Let it burn for the session. I have some Palo Santo that I'll be using for a smoke cleanse this evening. So again, sticking with that earth element for the grounding, I'm just going to light it over here. Get a little bit of a smoke going, or a full-on flame. There we go. Nice little smolder as we come in and begin to clear the surface area. Energy you've picked up from other people, places, or things. We're removing that now. Energy that does not belong to you, that is not serving you. We're letting that go. Letting the smoke carry it away. Letting other people's expectations, demands, other people's thoughts, opinions, and feelings, we're letting those go too. That is not yours to worry about or to carry. So let that go. Okay. So we'll set this off to just sort of smolder out on its own. And I immediately want to come in with physical touch to help ground the body, okay? So I'm going to do body presses down the length of both sides of the body. I'm going to just place my hands, palms are flat, and I'm going to lean in, use a little body weight to press and release. Press and release. Press and release. We'll keep doing that. I want you to breathe. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Press and release. Press and release. Press and release. Press and release. Okay, coming onto your left side. Press and release. Press and release. Press, release. Press, release. Press, release. Release. Press and release. And then, of course, the tops of the feet, pressing and releasing. Okay. I want to continue to ground your energy as we work. So I have this beautiful chunk of layered I forget what it was called, the crystal right now, the rock. Anyways, as you can see, it has these beautiful layers of rock crystal geode. I got this in West Texas last year, and it's like my favorite thing. And it's really heavy, and I find it so grounding to think about the thousands, millions of years it took to form these layers. Grounding and humbling at the same time. And so I'm going to place this at your feet. And allow it to ground your energy as we work through this session. Okay? All right. I have a wooden gourd rattle that I would like to use to start to cleanse your energy, shake up your energy. Okay, so any blockages, stagnation, we're going to use the sound of this rattle to gently shake that up. Okay, so close your eyes, take a deep breath, inhale through the nose, exhale, sigh. And then I'm going to come in a level closer. I'm going to come down to the physical body, and I'm going to use my handheld egg rattle. To massage the body. So we're continuing to lightly use sound here, but also bringing in some physical touch to move any stagnation out of the body. Okay. So keep breathing and relaxing. Just gonna work my way down the right side of the body. Just imagine it like we're just sort of draining stagnant energy. Coming up by the crown of the head, just sort of massaging the crown, and the third eye. Around on the right side of the temple, left side of the temple, and by the feet. Okay. Next, I'm going to give you a grounding, energetic scrub. So I have some red jasper and clear quartz. The red jasper is a very grounding stone. The clear quartz amplifies that energy. And I'm just going to come in and scrub through your aura with this grounding energy. And then I have some pieces. I have some stuff I'm going to set along your body now. These are all very grounding tools that I want to set. Okay, so first what we're going to start with is this really big chunk of rose quartz. I'm actually going to be placing this on the root chakra. I want that weight there to help really help you become aware of your root chakra. This is our grounding energy center. This is our base of our energy. It is where we get that stability, that safety feeling, secure feeling. And so I want you to really be aware of the root chakra. Remember that it's there. Remember that you have that grounding energy. Okay, so I'm placing that there, holding my hands. I have a piece of oak that has started to dry out. It's quite light. And I actually want to place this by your solar and sacral chakras. This time of year, so much can be expected of us. To make it to all the events, to buy presents for everybody, to, open up your home to family members and friends and cook these gigantic meals, and just, there's a lot of expectation put on the holiday season and often put on us as adults. And I want to place this light chunk of oak here to remind you to go easy on yourself, okay? You don't have to do it all. You don't have to do it all, period. Okay. Next, I have 3 pieces of flower agate. Oh, that's agate. That's agate at your feet, I just remembered. Okay, so I have 3 pieces of flower agate, which these little slabs you can kind of see through. I'm not sure if you can based on the light, but it's called flower agate because it looks like bouquets of flowers. And so I want to place these on the upper chakras, one on the heart, one on the throat, and one on your third eye. And these are here as a just sort of as a grounding stone for these upper chakras, okay? So grounding that heart energy, grounding your throat chakra, your communication for this season, as well as the mind, okay? And then I'm going to come back in, just gently palpate near each chakra. So we'll start by the third eye. We're palpating with the jasper and clear quartz. So just sort of getting the energy flowing in each of these points, each of these chakras, with that very grounding energy. Because ultimately here, as we move through this season, I just want everybody to feel stable, to feel grounded enough to say no when they need to say no, to not take on too much, and to not become overwhelmed with stress during this season. This season is meant to be enjoyed, and I want you to feel secure enough to set boundaries this season so that you can enjoy your season. I have my homemade potpourri. I'm simply going to massage your energy with these dried flowers. Almost like an infusion of nature, the same way you would put a tea bag into water and let it steep and infuse. We're infusing your aura with this grounding nature energy. And then, of course, I have some fresh flowers here, so want to use one, but these guys are really delicate. I'll go with the sunflower. Okay, I'll just be using the sunflower and gently kissing that energy into your chakras. Coming down by the feet, grounding that. Coming back in. Long strokes on the body. And then just a light or a fluff. Alright, my friends, you are good to go. I hope that you enjoyed that session, and remember to come back to this anytime throughout the next season if you're feeling anxious or stressed and you just need a little grounding energy before you go do the things you want or need to do. Okay?